In this video I'm going to show you guys how to make a Celtic temple in Minecraft, inspired from the game 0 AD. Now if you guys are new to the channel at all, we do a lot of time lapses and tutorials just like this one, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also guys, if you're interested in more videos like this one, I'll make sure to leave a link in the card above, as well as in the description to a full playlist that you guys can check out after the video. Anyway, let's get into some building. Alright then guys, so here we are on my tutorial world, and this is the build. So I'll chat you guys through it very quickly. So in terms of the dimensions, we've got 16 by 16, though it does stick out with buttons, so I'm not totally sure. I don't think I counted those buttons, so I guess it's 17 going back this way. And in terms of its height, it's 12 high. It consists of a kind of like a raised platform area here with a bit of a palisade. We've got a little storage area in the side here. You could technically use this as a base, I expect, as well. But yeah, you've got this in here. You've got this small storage area in here as well as in the back. Nice little fire, little wood shed. In the main kind of building, you've got a very small little gap into here. And then that goes into the tower. So the tower then just goes up to an upper floor. And that is all really, you know, nice and simple, very basic design. Like I say, inspired from the game 0 AD. I'm just trying to make a nice full set of these and explore different styles as I'm going, put myself out of the norm. Right, so materials that you're going to need for the first bit, because we're going to do this in sections, of course, because I cannot remember all of it at all. So we're going to build the tower first. So that's what we're going to be focusing on. And in fact, I've already seen that I'm missing some materials here. The core materials anyway. We're going to need stripped spruce wood. You're going to need calcite, diorite, white concrete powder and white concrete. That's all for variation. Spruce fence, jungle planks, spruce fence gate, and a spruce trapdoor. That's going to get us started at least. Like I say, we're going to be building this up step by step, bit by bit, with tower, this back building, this side building, build some of the sides there, and then get onto the other part of it. It's probably going to be the plan, but we'll see. So to build the tower, and of course you could do this in stages as you build up, we're going to go up with 5 blocks of your stripped spruce wood, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leave a 3 block gap there and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 block gap here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And same again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 and 5. There we go, we'll get there eventually. Join these all together. This will give you the initial part of the build. And then have a block sticking out, and in fact, now I've got that, I actually need stripped spruce log instead. There we go. Though it doesn't matter for the inside parts of it. It does for this part, because I want to see that end log piece. Like that. Okay, cool. Right, so next what we're going to do is we're going to just fill in the bottom of this. So I use calcite as the main material for this kind of whitewash. There's about 60% calcite, so it's always best to just start with that material first, and then you end up putting in your variation blocks. That's up to you guys. If you want to change and mix it up and have it a different colour, or have it out of stone, feel free to go for that. There's no real reason why not to. Then for variation, what we're going to do is just with our diorite, white concrete powder, and our white concrete. So I'm going to try and keep these lighter colours at the top and have the darker ones perhaps down the bottom. So maybe something like this would do for some variation. We'll do that on each of the sides now, so we're just going to do a little bit of variation around here, but don't, stick to that as a rule. You can also have them, lower down, no problem at all about doing that. Or something like that, perhaps, and maybe even have some white concrete powder down there. And then the same again, just keep on going with all of your variation blocks. And have this around here and on the sides. And I'm just looking at this, going very. Something like that will do. Cool. So now we've got rid of those white bits, at least for the time being. There'll be more uses for them as we do some of the other walls, but for the time being, that's okay. Right then, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go up with 4 on the main frame. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And join that across like this. And we're not going to be sticking out this time. Right on top of this part here, we're going to have jungle planks. Like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have our spruce trapdoors. And I had them going where the metal parts go sideways from what I remember. It might be that I've done it the other way. I've done that quite a few times where I've just gone completely the opposite of what I said. But that's fine. Then what we're going to do on the outsides of these is we're going to have spruce fence. Don't do it on all of them. We're just going to do it on the outside parts of it because the joining parts are Well, we'll get onto it if they need to be done. I've got a feeling this one right here gets done. It looks like it, but we're going to leave it anyway to make things simpler, and the same with the front as well. With our spruce fence gates, what we're going to do is have 3 of those and then just knock out the middle one. And again, we're just going to do this on the outside side. We'll see how it all goes with the rest of the build. There we go, so that gives us quite a few of those. Okay, so we're going to grab some more blocks now. Going to grab ourselves some spruce slab. I don't think I can grab myself a ladder from this angle, so I'm just going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. But you're going to need a ladder, a spruce stair, oak stairs, oak planks, oak slab even, not planks, oak slab. Looks like we are going to need some more calcite, and also we're going to need some spruce fence gate as well, and also an oak button as well. There we go. So we'll just whack the oak button on the sides of, on the fronts of these. Get there eventually without destroying everything. There we go. Some of these will knock out as we build up, but that's fine. It's not a problem. There we go. So get something like that going on. Then what we're going to do is just here, we're going to have upside down stairs on each of these. Just to soften those corners out, make it look a little bit like it's been braced, like it's got some support for these main beams, which will make a lot of sense. On the inside here, we're going to put in a floor. And what I did is just on, so this is the front that we're going to. This is where I had my ladder going in and going down. In fact, this is going to have a floor in here, so leave this one block. We'll get onto that when we join it onto the side building. Alright, then what we're going to do is just on the front of this one, we're going to have a little peak. So we're just going to build that frame up using the logs, like that, and have a calcite block in the middle of both of those. Then with our oak stairs, we're going to have that on the outside of here and here, just on the outsides of those. And then we're going to have slabs going across here, slab there, then stairs. There we go, get the stairs to go over to that. Slabs over the top. And then again, stairs working our way down. And then here. This final bit will have slabs on the sides like that. And then we can put in the upside down here, upside down that way, and upside down that way. And the same here, upside down, upside down, upside down. Then with our spruce fence gate, can have the fences gates going across, and then in the middle, punch that one through. And the same here, go to the side there, and then punch that one through as well. And then that gives us the base for the tower. That's kind of like the step one side of it. And we're even going to put the door, we're going to treat this as if it's like you're building it up, maybe in survival. So it's right in the middle of this platform, and then we've got just oak, not oak, stripped. Keep on saying the wrong block. Spruce planks in the bottom. God, I'll get there in a minute. So there we go, right in the middle of this. Knock that out. Of course, there's going to be a block there like that. Put this in here. That's going to be your floor, and the same there as well. And then we're going to have a door in here. So I used my spruce door. You could have it that way, or no, we'd probably have it this way, I think. And then we'll go with that white concrete powder block that fell down. And then if you did want to have it just like this as like a step one, have a little stair onto there to then get into your little camp if you wanted to do it that way. Right, so next we'll build up this building on the side. Okay, now for the second section. So where we've got this tower here, where we've got the door, what we're going to do is we are actually going to have stripped spruce wood. We're going to build the frame first, and then we'll end up replacing some of the blocks here. But with this, we're going to go up just on the side of where this door is, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it's just one in from the side here. We're then going to have a 3 block gap, and we're going to put in some mud bricks to mark that, 1, 2, and 3. Then another pillar, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have another 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Then on the side this time, we're going to have a 1 block gap, then a pillar, 1 block gap, and then a pillar like that. Okay. And with this bottom layer, we're going to then just switch out some of these for other blocks, like packed mud or things like that. I'm going to keep the corner one. I'm also going to keep this corner one here as well. And it's going to be packed mud and also granite that we just put in a little bit of variation with this. Like that, perhaps. Maybe even there. There we go, that looks good. Okay. Now what we're going to do on the front part of this is we're going to have a couple blocks gaps. We're going to go, it's going to be forwards from here, so we're going to just be onto this bit. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, and 4, like that. Then we're going to leave a 1 block gap, go 1, 2, 3, and 4, like that, okay? And the rest of it's going to be open. So a little bit different. And in fact, what we're also going to do is knock out this, well, not knock out that, open the door, don't knock it out, but just open it out, and we're going to have spruce planks as the base around here, okay? Because this is all raised up by 1, like this, and do the same here, and also here as well, so you end up getting that like that. So with your calcite now, build this up. So we're going to build that all up to the top layer. There we go, and do the same here and here as well, just like that. And then again, variate, okay? So nice and simple little variations. Just add in a little bit of variation, doesn't have to be lots, but just enough to make it look a little bit cooler, a little bit different. Like it's a bit worn. I keep on doing that. Do your white concrete last. It turns out that I don't. That's my problem. There we go. So you get some variation in there like that. Okay. Right. Now we can get rid of these again. I'm sure we'll have more of them later on. We're going to grab ourselves an oak slab and an oak stair. Then what we're going to do is we're going to have upside down here, 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 and here. We're going to have slabs in between those. All the way back. And in fact, this one, no, that one stays. That one does actually stay. Yeah, don't do anything with that. Don't touch it at all. Right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to have stairs, and these are going to go across this gap here. We're not actually going to have slabs or anything like that on this side. We're then going to wrap around to the side here, but leave this part of the post. And it's going to be the same around here. We're going to just have this go around to the side, then wrap around, okay? And I'll have going around there. Then I'll build another one up. Have this go around. So it really is like an extra building that's just been kind of lumped onto the side of this thing. Which I kind of like, actually. It's different. There we go. So build this into here. Like that. And then finally we're going to have slabs over the top of this one. Like that. Okay, cool. With our spruce fences, we can now have that going down like this. Don't bother with the one in the middle, and in fact, actually, turns out I didn't even have the stair on that one, I just had it as a slab. And then have your spruce fence going down, spruce fence going down, spruce fence going down, and going down to the side. That's why there's spruce fence there. It's not because of this one, it's because of it just being there in general. Aha, right. Plot thickens of this build that I had made. Right, so what you're going to also need now is a jungle stair and jungle planks, spruce door. If you want to put in a load of barrels and stuff, you can do. I'm not going to, because you can just, it's just barrels and composters. That's all I've put into this area as a storage yard. But you're also going to need a spruce slab as well. So I'll put this in here. So right here we've got an upside down jungle stair, and then we have a jungle door in there, and then we have our jungle planks just building up all the way to the top there like that. And then for this kind of opening, we're going to have a block of spruce, 3 slabs, and then a block on the side there. Gives you this kind of open area like that. And if you wanted to, of course, do any sort of, have a stair there, maybe have a stair there. You could even have, nice little, if you want to do this an interim thing, have a little fence there perhaps. So this is your storage area, this is your living area. You've got a little porch kind of area here as well. I mean, totally up to you guys, whatever you want to do. And if you wanted to use this for survival or something like that and build it up, then you can do. Right then, so what we're going to do now is we're going to get onto this side building here. Alright then, so for the next section, what we're going to do, guys, grab yourself some mud bricks again. Seems to be my new favourite material, really. And what we're going to do is we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then with our stripped spruce wood, we're going to build up 4 on top of this one on the side here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Leave a 2 block gap and go 1, 2, 3, and 4. At the bottom down here, we're going to add another 3 mud bricks, 1, 2, and 3. And then again, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's going to give you a nice bit of a frame. Join these across like this. And then put in mud bricks all the way into this. So this whole bit here, this wall, is all just mud bricks. Now, of course, that looks a little bit too, I don't know, simple. So what we're going to do is a little bit of variation. So we might, strip spruce wood, bring that one down there like that. And then with our packed mud again, put in some variation blocks around. Let's give it some life, give it some character. And do the same with your granite as well. Every so often put in a granite block. Like that. That looks so much better. Though it does have a weird pattern here, so I'm going to have to move this one over here. And move it there. It's because this was kind of like symmetrical with the 2 diagonal mud bricks, and I didn't like that, so that looks a lot better for some bizarre reason. So with your spruce stairs now, we're going to have upside down stairs on these bits here like that. Join them together with your spruce slab. And then what we're going to do with our oak fence, so slightly different block, we're going to have oak fence going down on these now this time. Going to have it right next to here as well. So it's just to give it a different contrasting colour, because it's quite dark browns going on here, so it just gives it a lighter colour there like that. Then what we're going to do is on the top of this we're going to have spruce slab, like that. Now what we'll do is we're going to have oak slabs. This is going to be on the upper part of it going down, and then go again going down. So have this going to here, and then one more time. Now with your stripped spruce wood, we're going to have this going all the way down. That's not quite right. Bring it back by 1. There we go. Bring it back to here and then join that in there. And then leave a 2 block gap and do the same. And 2 block gap. And then do the same. There we go. We will get that. I'm just going to double check something because I'm not sure what I've got on here. No, nothing at all. Okay, fair enough. Just stairs. Well, we do need to grab some oak stairs then. I was just surprised we haven't got any arches, but then again, now looking at it size-wise, because of course this is up by 1, whereas the other one isn't. So what you can do is put in some upside down oak stairs here, and we're gonna have 2 spruce fences. And then it joins across here. Right, there we go. With your stripped, that makes more sense. Cool. So that's what you end up getting for that bit. Now what we're gonna do is we're going to have a bit of a mix of materials. So what I've got in here is I've got coarse dirt, I've got brown concrete powder, rooted dirt, and also some packed mud as well. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to do this in World Edit because, well, it's a little bit faster, but you guys can do the same variation that you've done before. So from this area here, we're just going to go out and create a little square like this. And all I'm going to do is just fill this area with orange and just do 20 like that. So you're going to have a big block like this, and this is all going to be a kind of dirt mix. Now, like I say, I'm using a mod called World Edit, and I've just got an even mix of this, which is just BR sphere, coarse dirt, rooted dirt, brown concrete powder, and packed mud. It's just those 4 materials, and then we'll just paint these into here, and it'll just variate it for me. I would probably end up, usually what I end up doing is having a stronger mix. So for example, this white, 60% of it's calcite, 20% is like diorite, and then the rest, the other 2, white concrete powder and white concrete, would be 10% each. I'd probably do a similar thing with this if I was using this in an actual build, but it turns out that actually the rooted dirt even, this is actually variated quite nicely and made a nice light strip. So I'm quite happy with how that's turned out. It's just surprising, really. Sometimes it does that, sometimes it doesn't. Right then, so we're going to grab next, we're going to do the little palisade. We've got spruce log, and I've also just put on pointed dripstone, and let's put on this oak fence, why not? And let's even do this little entrance thing, why not? Let's just go for it. Let's just wing it. So we're going to need some cobblestone slab, and also some stairs, and we'll go with it for that as a main materials mix, I guess. So what I did on the side here is just had some spruce logs coming up, totally random like heights. So apparently I did the exact same, but completely random heights. We might have something like that, have this one sticking over perhaps, have a smaller one here, have another one here, maybe like 2 there, and have that going up to maybe 3 high on there, something like this. And then with your dripstone, just, you know, some of them have just one on them, some of them have two. It's totally up to you guys, or whatever you want to do, really. That's like this one, I'm probably going to go with two, just to give it an extra bit of height. Just to give it a bit of a pointy kind of look to the whole thing. And then what we're going to do with our oak fence is 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to have a skeleton skull on it. So in the game, there's like, I think it's human heads on pikes. So this is a softer version of that. You can, if you want to, go with the good old player head. If you really want to, you can put Steve on there. But I'm not going to. I'm not mean like that. Oh, mangrove pop, whatever this is. First time I've seen that thing. No idea what it is. That's how new I am to 1.19. Right then, so what we're going to do right here is we're going to have 5 slabs going across. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to have 5 stairs. Okay, but of course, that's not going to be all of it. We are going to do some variation as well. First though, we'll just go to the other side of this. So we're just going to go with 4. And then put on a skeleton skull. So it's, should go 3. Go with 3 instead and go with a skeleton skull. We're going to go with that. So slightly shorter, head on a pike kind of thing. Right, so variation blocks that I ended up using for this, and it's up to you guys. You could use stone slab, mossy cobblestone slab. You've got mossy cobblestone block, and I ended up using some extra dirt. Let's put this fireplace in here as well, which is made up of a fireplace, a magma block, oak fence, and oak fence gate. It's just 2 blocks from that middle post, so let's do that quickly. So we've got 2 block gaps from this middle post here, 1, 2, and then what we're going to do is we're going to have cobblestone slabs around this central point, whack in a magma block, put in your campfire, up to you guys if you want it on, like lit or not. 2 oak fences on the back part of this with a fence gate over, like kind of across the back of that, so you can then cook some stuff over it. That's the idea. Obviously it doesn't quite go over it, but you know what I mean. You can do that if you wanted to, but that looks kind of cool. Right, variation block wise. So switch out some of these stairs. You know, they don't always have to be stairs. You can have some of them going sideways. You can have it like over here where we had some rooted dirt in there like that. And perhaps even, let's go with like a block there and maybe a block there of those materials. I'm even going to go with andesite as well as quite a favoured block for variating kind of stone paths for me anyway. So you might have something that looks like this to then actually have your little way up onto the main base of it. But there we go, so that's it for that next section. If you wanted to keep it like this, of course, put in some like sort of retaining wall, whether that's probably cobblestone, something like that, build it up a little bit, have it just going around to join up. Or you could just wait until we get onto the next section, because it's only a little shed and then some more of this kind of palisade wall going on there. Alright, so it's going to be super simple. So grab yourself some cobblestone this time. There's lots of variations in this. You could also use the mud bricks if you wanted to. I'm guessing I just wanted something slightly different than this. But what we're going to do is going to be 1 in from this tower, and we're going to have 5 blocks of your cobblestone. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'm actually going to vary it as well. I'm going to grab myself some moss. Not moss, block. Moss, cobblestone. And just whack in one of these next to the tower, perhaps. Something like that. And we could also do a similar thing with our stone block and just have one of those in there like that. So we get moss, a couple of cobblestone blocks, and then get that there. Then what we are going to do is we are just going to build up 3 blocks on top of this with our calcite. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like this. With our spruce slab, we're going to have that on top. Then underneath here as well, like that. And in fact, we're actually going to knock out this one here and just have a spruce fence go down. It's a bit weird, but we're going to roll with it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have spruce slab here. And then spruce slab here. And then finally just 2 fence gates, 2 spruce fences. There we go. 2 spruce fences coming off the end there. And also in the corner like that. And then what we're going to end up with is basically a little corner. That in fact actually goes more from here. But if we just build it up with these logs like that, that'll give you the actual corner that you're going to have. We're going to do a similar thing where I've got this orange block in here. Can't remember what tool I used. Maybe it was a wooden shovel. Yep, apparently it was. We're also going to just put that in with your dirt. So you then get your dirt in there. Now it makes a little bit more sense. do a bit of variation on this white wall as well. So, put in your bits of diorite. If you want to put those on lower down, they'll look pretty good. Also your white concrete and your white concrete powder. Put a couple of those around like that. Cool. And then what we're going to do is just vary up this kind of wall, okay? So we can build up, I definitely build up one here. Yeah, go past, why not? Build up a couple on the side as well. Like this. Have that one there. Maybe do something like that. And it's completely random, that's the thing. You don't want it to look that good. You want it to look, nice and variated and everything like that. It doesn't need to look perfect at all. So there we go, have some stuff like this. Put one there, yeah, have that there like that. And then go there. Something like that will do. Like I say, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just building up a little bit of a wall around it. Okay, so that is it for the main parts of the building now. So yeah, in terms of the variation kind of, or placement of blocks that I've ended up putting in here, I'll just chat you guys through it. So we've got composters and barrels just in this little corner. Feel free to put out whatever you want. Maybe you could do a little forge in this area, to be fair, or even underneath this canopy, or underneath there, totally up to you guys. I've got a little wood shed, so I've just got oak logs with some campfires, and I've just used the splash water potion to get rid of those. In this corner, barrels and composters, pretty standard. I did put in a nice little fence kind of thing here with the spruce trapdoors, just to kind of lock this area out. It might be that you actually have some animals perhaps in here. You could turn this into a little very small stables if you wanted to, if you had a horse or something like that. And the same with here, I've actually got just some barrels and things like that. You could have a little secret kind of chest down on the floor there perhaps, something like that. And the rest of it, there isn't really anything in there. So that's it for the interior. But there we go, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. I've definitely enjoyed making it and trying to see how I can turn something from a game into Minecraft. Quite a bit of fun. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, comment, like, and subscribe. As always, guys, I'll see you on the next one.